Hi, this is a quick video about calculating percentages without a calculator, and it's practicing the techniques of the 10%, 5%, 1%. So I've just picked out a couple of questions from the practice sheet. So let's have a look at question 3. So it's asked us to find a percentage increase or percentage decrease for each example. So something's gone from 40 to 50, it didn't say what, but let's say it's $40 up to $50. So how much is increased by? It's gone up by $10 or 10, whatever, 10 whatever it was. So the increase is going to be, let me write this, increase is equal to, it's 10, it's gone up by 10 and it started at 40. So it's 10 on 40 is the increase. We can simplify that fraction, cancel out the two zeros or divide by 10 if you like, and you end up with 1 on 4. So the skill here is to recognise that 1 on 4 is equal to 25%. So it's gone up by 25%. If you don't recognise 1 on 4 as being 25%, remember that 50% is a half, and a half of a half is a quarter, so a half of 50% gave us 25. All right, moving forward. Question 5, 40% of 60% of 180. We've done... let me write this out as a maths question as if I had a calculator first of all. I'd write 0.4 times 0.6 times 180. And it doesn't matter which order you do those multiplications. If you have a calculator, there's nothing to that. So the trick then, how do we do it without a calculator? To me, the easiest thing you're going to do here is multiply 0.4 by 0.6. And if you're cautious about multiplying decimals, first thing I'd say is that if you look at the numbers, 40% is a bit less than half, 60% is a bit more than half. So a half times a half is a quarter. So you're expecting an answer somewhere in the neighbourhood of a quarter. Right, now look at 4 times 6. No, that's not what I want. 4 times 6 is 24. And we want the answer to be somewhere near a quarter. So 0.24 would make sense. And that's exactly what it is. So 0.24 times 180. So I've got to find 24% of 180. Now let me find, first of all, 180, I'm going to work over here. 100% equals 180. 10% equals 18. 1% equals 1.8. That's not a very good 8, is it? 1.8. What do I need? And 25% would be handy. So 25%, I can see, so 50% would be 90, so 25 would be 45. Okay, so 24% then I'm trying to find, that's this one over here, is 25 minus 1. So 25% is 45. Minus 1% is 1.8. And that's going to be equal to 43.2. And if you've got a calculator, go ahead and check that. All right, so I'll jump to question 6, beg your pardon, question 7. And I've started by writing, the question's asking what, there's a farm produces 63,500 apples during a season. 91% of them are sold as whole fruit, and the remainder is made into juice. So it's asked us to figure out what the two numbers are for those two percentages. So if I want us to do 91%, the obvious thing I'm going to find is 10% and 1% first of all. So 10% is equal to that number divided by 10. So 6,350, and 1% is equal to 635. So if I want to know 91%, I could do 100% minus 10%. So that gives me 90, plus 1%. That gives me 91. And that's equal to 63,500 minus 6,350 Let's do that one first. Equals what? 63 minus 6 is 57,150. And then I've still got to add on my 1%, so 635. So I'm going to have 57,785. So that's 91%. So 91% equals that. Now it's asked us what's the remainder basically. If everything that wasn't sold as whole fruit turned into juice. So the other 9%, you can either figure out I've given you 10% and I've given you 1%, so you could take 10 minus 9. That's easy enough. And I could have done that first, to be honest, and we would have saved a step in the calculation. Or what I could do is I've got 91, I could do 100 minus 91. So let me do that. So 9% is the answer I'm looking for. It's equal to 100% minus 91%. And that is, what did I say? 63,500 minus 57,785. Okay, so 7, 8 from 3 is 5, so 5,715. I don't have a calculator, let's hope that that's right. So 99% is 5,715, that's the juice. And the first